She gave you oral, you gave her oral.
I performed on her first, and then she did.
Okay, and where did that take place at? Where was it? In the car, but where? And then you did say that you had, and then what did she do? Like, did you on her mouth, on her?
Behind every successful school trainee is usually an excellent coach, but then there are a few coaches who betray that trust by abusing their trainees in ways too to imagine.
How did we get there?
That I don't know.
Because she's a child. Explicit conversations between
the song verses that I shouldn't have, yeah.
They're not all song
What song
verses
is?
placed under arrest.
And this is going to be as of, or
It's going to be a offense with them involving a minor.
Here are several moments when evil school coaches get caught abusing their trainees. Starting with Damian Conti, a married school teacher whose appetite for the forbidden earned him a 35-year prison sentence following his relationship with his 15-year-old student.
If I get in trouble, is there any way for me to protect my family from repercussions?
Why do you think you get in trouble?
I believe I will get in trouble.
I have to ask, did the relationship become romantic at all?
I think that there was feelings that shouldn't have been there.
On your end?
On both.
On both.
Did you ejaculate on her mouth, on her? Okay, so you're saying you stopped and then ejaculated into tissue, you didn't ejaculate into her mouth?
On February the 6th, 2024, officers from the Palm Beach Police Department responded to a scandal that rocked an entire school. A male teacher, trusted to guide students, had crossed the line into an inappropriate relationship. The secret might have stayed hidden if not for the student's ex-boyfriend, whose suspicions led him to her emails, where he uncovered the shocking truth that forced law enforcement to step in.
Another dispatcher, and I was able to provide them the location.
What's the location? He's got it on his phone. I think she shared her location with him. What's your name?
Damian.
Let's move down closer to my car. If you want to move your car down over there.
She's trying to call me.
She's trying to call you right now?
Take the call?
Yeah, let's move down a little closer, okay? So we're over here out of the way. Thank you for calling us. Thank you for giving us the information you gave us. You say you're under investigation. Is the school investigating you? Or do you have like a criminal case open right now?
I don't know if there's a case open yet, but the school is investigating.
So you want to leave from them?
I was suspended today.
You were suspended today.
Yes. May I ask you a question? If I get in trouble, is there any way for me to protect my family from repercussions?
Why do you think you get in trouble?
I believe I will get in trouble.
Do me a favor, come stand over to my car, please. You don't have any weapons, anything on you, right? Anything that's gonna stick me or poke me? All right, because I'm gonna have you sit down in the back of my car. I'm just making sure that you don't have any weapons, okay? Wallet, that's all you got? I believe you, I just gotta make sure there's nothing on there. Do me a favor, just sit down in the car for a little bit. I'll give you some more information, talk to you in a minute, okay? I don't know what I got right now, but that's where we're at, okay?
Should we get Nancy or what?
No, I just don't want him to go anywhere and start deleting stuff off the phone. So this is what he told me. Starts off with she's just a friend. I'm thinking the whole time, I know we all are, this is an adult we're dealing with.
Right,
Then-
so I thought it was the first two.
So now my red flags start going off, and that's why I got more than enough reasonable suspicion. I'm gonna put him in the back of the car. We're gonna have a couple more questions for you in a minute, okay? We just need to kind of get to the bottom of a few things, okay? That's it, all right? You're not in trouble as of this minute, but we gotta find out what's going on, all right?
Damian's walls were closing in on him. Every lie, every mask had led him to this point. Soon, a female deputy arrived at the scene with well-crafted questions for a mind that no longer had peace.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Deputy Diaz. I'm with the Sheriff's Office. I just wanted to confirm a few things. Obviously, with situations like this, we care for the students. You seem to also care for her quite a bit. So, she's okay. She's en route to the hospital, but we wouldn't have been able to find her without you. So I wanted to say thank you for that, okay? For our purposes, because these kinds of situations are very serious, God forbid it could have led to something else. I just need to confirm a few things on your end. Is she a student of yours?
Yes.
Okay, what do you teach? Oh, AP English Lit. Oh, wow. Okay. So I know you work with the school board. I'm kind of new to the area, so you have to kind of explain it to me. I'm from up north. So you work for the public school or private school? It's school. Okay. And right?
Yes.
How long have you worked there?
This is my second year.
Okay, and where did you work previously?
Slam, Palm Beach, Sports Leadership and Management, Palm Beach, and Double Charter School.
Okay, very nice. And how long have you been teaching?
I believe this is my 6th year.
Okay, it's not easy. I know I couldn't do it. Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about her?
Very intelligent, bright future ahead of her, top 20 in her class.
And so she kind of confided in you?
Yes.
Okay. Very intelligent young girl, okay. Prior to, today's incident, I know you said that she's confided in you about different things, just out of curiosity. And I mean, I get it. Like I said, I'm not a teacher, but you had her personal number and she had yours. So can you explain that a little to me?
Several of my students have over the years.
Okay.
Ones that I stay close with.
Yeah.
Some of them just become really very close.
Okay, that makes sense. And so I'm assuming, especially if they're intrigued and they're interested in the coursework and all things like that, you know, you have a built interest, they have a built interest in the subjects, okay? At what point did you guys exchange contacts?
Around September or October.
Okay. And what were some of the things that you guys talked about? Did she tell you where she wanted to go to school?
She just said she wanted to go in-state. She was really not at school.
Okay. All right. So fast forward to today. This seems a little bit too vague, so I kind of want to get into the nitty-gritty. What specifically, because this is a serious thing.
People noticed that Aaron and I were close.
So specifically, when these students said to her that they noticed that you and her were close, do you remember off the top of your head, you know, what it was that they were saying? I kind of want to stay there a little bit. What do you think became out of control? And maybe it's not your fault, right? I know you're putting a lot of blame on yourself, but let's say it wasn't your fault. What became out of control?
That's definitely horrifying.
Okay, and as far as, you know, maybe some of the things that you said or did, is there anything that you think that led to that or contributed to that?
No, her and I always had a good bond.
A good bond, okay. Did you guys meet up after school?
Every now and then I would stop by do my grocery shopping and say hi.
Okay. Did you guys meet anywhere else besides her job?
Only once or twice.
Okay, that's fine. Once or twice. And where was that at? Was it just, like at a public place, private place? Where?
It was at a park.
Was at a park? Okay. And what'd you guys do at the park?
We talked.
Okay. I get it. This is kind of uncomfortable, but, you know, I'm just curious. I have to ask, did the relationship become romantic at all?
I think that there was feelings that shouldn't have been.
On your end?
On both.
On both.
The female deputy found his Achilles heel with ease, a clear sign that guilt had already taken its toll before the confrontation even began. But that didn't erase what he had done. If anything, it marked the start of a journey that his evil desire could no longer escape.
My hands are full. Do me a favor, if you take your foot out first, I'm going to help you out, okay? Just watch your head. All right, turn around towards the car. Perfect. Hang out right there for a second. We're going to go right this way to that door. And then we're going to make this first right. Let me get us in there. Do me a favor, just sit in that chair for me, and I'm going to come back in, and I'm like, remember what I told you I was going to put the cuffs up front? Okay, we'll take care of that, okay? Just give me a second to put all this stuff down, okay? She gave you oral, you gave her oral.
I performed on her first, and then she did.
Okay, and where did that take place at? Where was it? I was in the car, but where? Do you remember where?
Strip mall and jog.
Okay, and then you did say that you ejaculated, and then what did she do? Like, did you ejaculate on her mouth, on her? Okay, so you're saying you stopped and then ejaculated into tissue, you didn't ejaculate into her mouth?
She had tissue.
So you ejaculated in her mouth and she spit it out?
I don't know what kind of her mouth.
What's that?
I don't know what kind of her mouth.
Okay, did she
She cleaned it up.
I'm saying did she masturbate you to ejaculate, at the end? Alright.
Things had taken a long, dark road between Damian and his 15-year-old victim, but none of it would have come to light if the victim's ex hadn't decided to explore further after noticing strange and alarming signs.
Tell me what's going on at school. Okay, so the main parties are me, my V, Alex, the victim, and then Damian Conti, our AP language arts teacher. She's my ex, right? Okay. And so I said this, we broke up around September. And then this, I can't confirm at the time. I saw them getting close. And then I made note of that. And me and my friends, we also noticed that. And so we were thinking that's kind of weird. So there's that. And then more people started noticing it. And then rumors started spreading. I don't know the validity of all of them. With everything else that's come up, maybe some of them are true. I cannot confirm. We got into an argument, me and my ex. I want to say late December-ish. Because she was blaming me for the rumors. Even though I wasn't doing all that, I can confirm that. I was not out to make all these accusations against her, because half of them I'd never even heard before. Flash forward to last night, she was popping off on me just like she was in December.
What do you mean by that?
Like she was getting angry at me. She wanted to basically cut ties between us two.
So you guys still had a friendship of some sort? Or?
It was very shaky.
Okay.
I tried to distance myself from her around this time. A while back, when we were together, she added her email to my phone. I still get notifications and emails and whatnot from her thingy because she never removed it for whatever reason. I asked her, why'd you unfollow me on both of those accounts, but you followed me on this other account, which I'm pretty sure was a secret account because she didn't want anyone to know about it. So when I brought it up to her, she claimed that it wasn't hers at all. Basically, after that, she blocked me. I tried messaging. So fast forward to today morning. If she was talking smack about me to other people, people, because I'm 99% sure she was talking smack about me, right?
Okay.
I saw one curious message, and then I saw another one. I was aware at the time, a while ago actually, she added our teacher, and I'm just shocked. And then...
Are you reading these messages?
I read a couple of them,
Yeah.
and then I just was like, heck, there's like a little thingy where you can just look at every image that was sent. I saw pretty bad images of her and the teacher in question.
Did you share these pictures with somebody today?
I did. My girlfriend now.
Okay.
She
Any
was close
school
friends
authority
with
or anything?
The first person I brought it up to was my math teacher.
Okay.
My first period teacher.
Okay.
This was me recording stuff on her account.
Okay.
With the teacher in question. What looks like their initials, D for Damian, his name. This one is the teacher, Damian Conti. And this was in a group chat that those three were in. And so, morning, love you, mostly mi esposa, my wife. If I remember correctly, my Spanish is kind of rusty. I love you more, which is another word for love. Morning, I'm driving to you now.
That was him talking? Or the friend?
Yeah, that was him talking.
That was on what date?
I don't have like all the dates for all these, because this is me going through everything.
Oh, okay.
Because I screenshot all these within like 40 minutes. Yeah, back up, touch hands, basically married now. Not how it works. We was married for better, for worse. We're there for each other. I love you, love you. They said that to each other.
What did you do after you started finding out this stuff?
I was first in shock. I was wondering what I should do, and then I eventually went up to my teacher, and I was like, if I was to report this, what would I do? We talked to another teacher about it, went to the guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor went to like the vice principal and the principal, and then I talked to the school officer.
You have a school officer there all the time?
I think so. For an AP language arts teacher, he talks like a kid. Mind you, this man has a wife and 2 kids, I think.
Anything that you ever witnessed yourself?
They hung out during lunch, like one-on-one. They just be stuck together alone.
Another student was brought in to verify the claims, with investigators hoping to connect the dots and possibly uncover secrets that had already been buried.
There was some conversation with you. Remember that?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It'd be conversations, but it wouldn't be like, but it'd be like friendly.
Some of it might have been some of the words used.
Some of the words used, yes. It wasn't, well, for me, I wouldn't mean it for real.
Did he ever ask to take you out?
No. It was one time, but like in a group chat, but like as of like future like graduation, like hang out with friends. Like to take out me personally would never ask me because I'm not allowed to go out.
Okay, so he never asked you?
No.
Did he ever buy you a gift?
One gift for Christmas.
What did he buy?
Ulta gift card.
Ulta? How much? Did you buy him anything?
No.
Did he ask for any favors from you? Special favors?
No.
And being a close friend, a lot of times close friends talk to each other. And I'm gonna ask about stuff that she said she did with him.
Stuff
she did with him.
She never told me that.
And have you ever done anything with him?
No.
Have you ever hugged him?
I hugged him once.
Okay, where would that be?
In the classroom when I was leaving to say bye.
Was that like what kind of hug to explain it?
Like just like a simple friendly hug and then that.
Something you would hug your mother?
Like quick hug. Like I would hug.
Where would his hands be?
On my shoulder. Like here.
When he kisses?
No. He would do kisses, but like from her, like bye bye, but not like physical kiss. No. These past few days, when the rumors started getting worse, and like I could see that he was like worried and stuff like that.
And that was via text, via phone calls, or Instagram?
Instagram. I didn't have any other contact but Instagram with him. I saw her walk in, third period test, and then walk out. And then I could tell that something was serious, so I texted her on Instagram and said if she was okay. From what I've known today, she hasn't responded.
You privately, conversation-wise, did you ever have any kind of talk about romance, any kind of relationship?
With him?
Yeah.
No.
Did he ever ask you out to go somewhere?
No. He only asked if I could go to the Valentine's dance in our school for next week, so I wouldn't be alone. But I told him no, and then he asked if I could convince my mom, but I said no because my mom doesn't allow me anywhere else, especially since the school is not close from where I live. So like she was like, no school events this year, no nothing, till like my senior year, so I could save up for that. Like the sexual part, I didn't personally know that they had relationships. I only know they were really close friends.
Do you think it's odd to have a close relationship being 16 and somebody being 35?
Yeah, because that's double her age.
Damian had let his sinister urges poison everything he had built, and as if that wasn't enough, a phone call with his wife made one thing painfully clear. Whatever he thought he had gained was nothing compared to what he had lost.
Hello? Oh, thank God. Are you okay?
I've been trying to call you all week.
I know. It's been hard to get in contact. Are you okay?
They haven't given me my medicine. listen yet. And
Okay.
And listen very carefully. Did you talk to Lily, the attorney?
Yes, I did.
I can't talk about much, but listen.
I know. Hey, listen, let's be smart about this conversation, okay? I've been in contact with Lily. I've been in contact with the detectives. Your uncle is driving down from Georgia this weekend. He's going to try to come see you. I'm going to try to come see you as soon as possible. We are all okay, and we all are supporting you, okay? That's first things first, okay? I need to deactivate all your accounts. Is there anything, like, is TikTok on there and Instagram?
I deleted my Instagram, I think.
Okay, listen, last thing. I started the paperwork for divorce, okay?
Wait, don't say that, wait.
Damian, this is not the first time we've talked about this. This is what you wanted, okay? Do you remember?
No, please no. Steph, please listen to me. Please let me talk. I was confused because of all the trauma, and I was confused because he kept comparing you to my mother. That's not what I want. You and the babies are the only thing I think about. Without I have no purpose. Please,
listen. I am not taking the kids away from you, okay?
Please let me talk.
Okay.
If I get through this, I will spend my entire life making it up to you. I swear to God.
I know.
So listen, I'll go to church with you. I'll get a ring tattooed on my finger for you. I will do literally anything. I'll not to lose you.
I want to go through the divorce process, okay? If down the road we can have a relationship like that, we can. But for right now, I'm requesting a divorce, and I'm willing to continue to have a relationship with you for the sake of our children. Do you understand?
Please don't do this to me.
Damien, you told me a long time ago that you were not in love with me anymore, okay?
I know why, and I can fix it.
Okay, then there will be time for that. But the reason I'm asking you for this right now is because I need to have access to all of our assets to protect us and make sure that our children are protected for the immediate future, okay? For whatever the consequences that you face, all of our assets are at risk. But right now, I'm asking for this divorce. I'm going to file it myself because we can't afford attorneys. And if you just accept it uncontested, then this will go a lot smoother. And this is the first step to rebuilding our future. I wanted to give you a warning, and hopefully that, we can be on the same page of this for when the paperwork gets to you, okay? Okay. I know. We're here for you, okay? Everyone's good. Everyone's fine and safe, okay? No.
I'm going to wake you back. I'm going to wake you back. I swear on everything. I swear to you. It's all
Okay. Be strong, okay? We'll see you soon. Bye.
In the end, he was charged with unlawful intimate acts and 3 counts of intimate offences against a student by an authority figure. In July 2025, he was handed 35 years behind bars. Damian was awful, but still he had nothing on James Edward Ford III, a high school assistant coach who was trusted to guide and protect young female athletes, but instead he crossed a line and exploited the very people he was supposed to safeguard.
I've been a coach in 5 years, and it's like no stuff whatsoever.
Okay.
Hug and kiss on the cheek like I kiss all of them on the cheek. Like, hug. You all right?
Did she offer to do something to you?
She can.
Okay. Did she perform oral on you?
She tried. She almost.
On January the 17th, 2025, police arrested James Edward Ford III, but before his arrest, just a week earlier, a student had come forward about a suspected inappropriate relationship, and the school resource officer had taken notice. At the time, James was the assistant football coach at Westport High School in Ocala, Florida, and the allegations had already sent shockwaves throughout the community. The real shocker came out of the interrogation room.
All right, so why do you think you're here today?
My relationship with some of the girls.
Okay, what does that look like?
From the outside, you would think it's weird something going on, but I've been a coach in 5 years, and it's like they can confide in me as well as the boys.
Okay.
Like, excuse me, like it looks weird, but like they come to me with problems and just confide, and because I'm easy to talk to, and
sure.
The boys do it too, and I'm there for them basically.
How long have you been coaching out there?
This will be my 5th year.
5th year? Okay, so you've been out there for a long time. Seen a lot of kids coming and going.
Yes.
Okay. And do you do that full time or do you do something else?
No, I work for the city of Ocala. I drive garbage trucks.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
5 years, 5 years.
Okay. Okay, so I know you said you believed you were here because of some inappropriate, possibly people think is inappropriate with the girls. Is there any girls in particular?
Yes, well, am I allowed to say the name? Because I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's...
Okay. Okay. And then are these girls, do they How do you? I mean, because I know you said football. Do you guys have like a football? Like a girls like a flag
So
football?
we have a girls flag football team.
Okay.
One of the girls plays flag. She also plays tackle football.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just I've been a father figure. Like I lost her father.
Okay.
And even her grandmother, I'm really close to her grandmother-in-law. And she comes to me all the time to appreciate what me and some other coaches have done for her, been there, stuff, been that role. And like our previous head coach did ask, do we have to worry about that? And the other coach like, nah, it's like she lost her dad. He's like a real father figure to her. And it's just like outside looking in, you would think, because it's weird, because that's not my child. I have a son that goes.
Oh, okay.
And even the kids, some of the kids say that's Coach Ford's other bonus daughter. So it's like that.
And that's referring to. Okay. And how about?
She's a football player. She comes to me with her problems, and she just made a flyer for me for flag football. So like she calls me Unc, and all well as does call me Unc. They'll call me Unc. Okay. And like when they have problems, they'll come to me. I try to put them on the right path. And I talk to them and give it to them like they're all my kids.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because it's tough out here.
Yeah,
so.
And I don't want to sugarcoat nothing to be soft on them because I don't want to see them get taken advantage of. And
right.
So we do kind of talk, and so if some kids do hear us talking, it's kind of how I would talk to my own kids.
Okay. And then how about?
Same with Unc. That's same as that.
Same. Okay. Just kind of that father figure.
Well, no, her dad's in her life. It's just I'm just like who she could come confide in.
Okay.
Like if they have problems.
And then have these girls been at the school and then since you've been there, or did they come later on? What did that look like? Like have you had interaction with them for 4 years, or?
I met them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just at the actual school itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the boys are the same. Like I have one player. He says I'm more of a dad to him than his own dad.
Okay.
And so it's just like I'm mentoring basically. What I thought I was doing right, but
yeah. And I know like when you have teams and stuff, you have to keep in contact with your players and things like that. Do you communicate with these girls at all on like a cell phone, or is it on an app or?
Nah, they'll text me, Coach Ford, I need or like their problems, or can I talk to them about this? Can I help them out with this or this and that, or stuff like that.
So far, he had tried to play the role of mentor and also pretended to be a father figure. But he didn't realize the officers were not playing around. They already had more on him than he ever expected.
So you have the team's contact numbers, they have yours, and there's just general conversation back and forth. Okay. At any point in time, has there ever been, and it's like, we know these, girls these days, is there any time when any of this conversation maybe went a little differently than it should, or something that might not be
no, ma'am, but
appropriate?
If you was look at it and don't know the ends of it, you would think that. So they'll come hug me and be up under me and stuff like that. So it looks weird because the trainer said something, but it's not like that.
Okay. And then how about on the text? Anything on that end that you've had to maybe shut down, or
no
something? Nothing's popped up on their end or on your end?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So when would you say you started communicating with any of these girls over text, just about sports or whatever?
Okay. With the football team, we have everyone's number. So we have group text, and I have a text, hey, I need you to do this, ask what numbers they want, stuff like that.
Right.
And basically that's how it was. And then with the girls, I coach flag football, the girls.
Okay.
It's basically the girls basketball team, which most of them have my number also.
Okay.
And like they'll text me, Coach, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good.
They'll text me like, Coach Ford, when this flag starts, so I text them the schedule, practice starts this day or whatever like that.
Okay. And I know you said you felt like people at school maybe felt a different way. When did you get knowledge that something was maybe being said?
Well, last year coach asked, did he have to worry about? And the coach said, no, it's fine.
Okay.
And the trainer, she was kind of skeptical.
Now, what about this week? What happened this week?
I don't know. I'm there. They come, they hug me, like normal, and that's it.
When did you find out something was going on this week with the school?
I got a call Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay. Was that from
the new head coach?
The head coach? Okay. And how did that conversation go?
He just said, hey, they're doing an investigation with you and some of the girls. I'm like, what you mean? Like, I've been like this with, and they said they're doing an investigation. Okay. Like something was said, somebody went back and said, they're not comfortable around me from something being said, but how we talk to them is like we're talking to our own kids. So I don't know if another student probably heard it, thought it was inappropriate, and it wasn't comfortable, or one of the boys maybe like the girls and saw it. I mean, I don't know.
Not sure. So I want to talk a little bit about, okay, so dealing with her. Is there any reason why she might think that you're something more than a coach to her?
An uncle maybe.
Just an uncle? Okay. And when you say uncle, what does that look like for her? Like, how do you feel like an uncle, or how would she feel like you're an uncle?
Like, she'll hug me, come from the side, hug me, and like if she have problems with boys or whatever, because they've called me plenty of times about trouble with boys. I don't want to see them get taken advantage of, or just out doing stuff. It is what it is, and you know, just getting taken advantage of. Okay. Basically.
Okay. Has there ever been anything on your end that would lead you to believe that you're acting as something other than a family member or a mentor, as you describe yourself?
Like for Christmas, I bought them all Christmas.
Okay.
Asked them what they wanted, cause I bought them what I didn't get them everything on the list what they wanted, but I told them that you know, to be the person like her parents didn't want to go to her to a camp in Orlando.
Who's that? Okay.
I went with her to the football camp, talked to the coaches for them, and places, you know, like stuff like that.
Okay. And have you ever sent any of them money? I know you said you bought gifts and things to help out.
They're called.
How about money-wise?
Yes, if they can borrow like have $10 for food or $20 for this or $50 for this or, you know, for food basically.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I got you, I'll feed you. Because that's what we do, I feed you. I don't have no problem with feeding you, I don't want you to be hungry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And how would that look? Like, did you give them cash or was it through like Cash App?
Yeah,
okay.
I really carry cash on me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody does.
Yeah,
I don't even know the last time I even had cash on me. Okay.
The officers could already see how he had twisted the story to look like a saint. That was expected from a man with a conscience, but unlike his conscience, his past was very much alive, and the officers had the facts to prove it.
So like I said, I wanted to talk a little bit about, okay, because there's just some concerns that people have, okay?
I can see why.
Okay, and that's what I was just kind of trying to get from you. Why so much with more than anyone else? Why people would be concerned?
She the one, like if I'm there, she'll come up and hug and stay around. I don't see her until I go to the weight room.
Okay.
But yeah, she always comes up, hugs me, asks how I'm doing, we talk whatever, and same if they're working out or whatever, she's gonna stop what she's doing, come hug me, and ask how I'm doing.
Has there ever been anything that someone would consider inappropriate that's happened
maybe how we hug
and you and her?
Maybe how like we hug, like she'll hug, and I guess like from
any type of kissing or anything like that someone might see? Okay.
I guess how we talk to him, I guess, basically. Someone heard it.
Okay. And that's why we're here. And like I said, Mr. Ford, I appreciate you speaking with me.
Oh, yes.
Right? And when I talk with people, I always, I want to be honest because I'm always looking for honesty, right? And I know right now you're not quite being 100% honest with me. Talk to me. We're here for a reason.
I know.
We're both adults.
Like we never, I've never done nothing with her.
Okay. No, when you say nothing with her.
No stuff whatsoever.
Okay.
Hug and kiss on the cheek like I kiss all of them on the cheek. Like, hug, you all right? You good?
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
Okay. So you don't think there's going to be anything or evidence of anything any different?
As far as, we probably, me probably text a little more. She'll ask how I'm doing, ask how she act, like I ask all of them. Yeah, you good? I check on them.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Do you ever let anyone else use your cell phone?
Oh yeah, I let the kids have my phone all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, and that's what I want to talk a little bit about.
Yes,
okay?
kids have my phone all the time.
Yeah. Is your phone password protected?
Kissing his student didn't look like affection. It looked like a predator normalizing a total lack of boundaries by trying to seem harmless. The officers could already tell he wasn't going to give up answers easily. It was time for the curveball questions.
Okay. So, like when you're in school, you say you unlock your phone and you'll hand it to the kids to use. Okay. Is there any reason why maybe they might pretend to be you?
It's a few boys like it.
Mm-hmm.
And like they mentioned, like, dang, she always run Coach Ford. Why do all the girls always run Coach Ford?
Yeah. Do any of these kids ever take your phone home at nighttime?
No.
Okay. So that would be like a school hour, typical day text. Okay. So there's text messages at night between you and Kennedy.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take them text. Like I'll text all the girls.
Okay. We have to talk about that.
Okay, that's fine.
That's why we're here.
Okay.
I'm not trying to trip you up. None of that. Okay.
I'm completely honest with you.
And I think you know where we're at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just want to know how did we get there?
And I don't know. Man,
Because she's a child.
sorry,
right?
I'm being too friendly with them.
Yeah.
I'm being too friendly. Like, I don't want to say it like I help with grandmother consent. I help them pay for her to get an abortion. Like stuff I shouldn't be doing. Like I'm just too nice. And
Yeah, that's way too nice.
that's what I'm saying.
You'll put yourself in
Yes.
predicaments, and that's kind of
Where I'm at
you've gotten
now.
yourself into a predicament.
Yes, and I've never been in no trouble whatsoever. 43 years I've done, sir.
Because I have all of the text
That's fine.
messages between you and starting from February of last year.
Okay.
You and I both know what's in those text
Oh, yeah.
The police revealed an interview with the alleged victim uncovered even more details, like the fact that they had been texting for about a year. And that wasn't even the worst of it.
Yeah. Like I've sent her songs and verses and
Okay.
yeah.
And what else?
Just like, I've never sent no pictures. Well, I mean, no.
Well, you have.
Well, like my birthday stuff and like I've sent all
Sure.
the kids, nothing
Yeah.
like that, but nothing explicit.
Okay.
So, excuse me. Yeah.
No, that's okay. Take your time. If you need to take a drink, you can.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay. What about the explicit conversations between
Oh,
you?
the song verses, that I shouldn't have. Yeah.
They're not all song
What song
verses. But listen, I know some songs. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're not all song verses,
Yes.
are they?
Not all of them.
Okay. So talking about, wanting to taste her and.
Well, that was a song verse on Trick Daddy. So.
Okay.
And she replied with a no, but I can. Yeah, I just started laughing. But yes, I shouldn't have said some of the stuff I'm saying. Like, even at the school, I shouldn't be saying some of the stuff I be saying because I'm just so comfortable around them.
Yeah.
And just.
And what about, because I think you've developed some feelings for her, is what it looks like.
It's like I said, from outside
in
in.
the text,
From
right?
outside in. From looking at outside.
Obey, you're gonna take care of her. She's your baby girl.
Oh, yeah, I call all of my baby girls. Like, all my baby girl. That one's baby girl. It's just something I say.
Okay. I want to talk to you about an incident that occurred at outside of the Waffle House. You know what I'm talking about? What can you tell me about that?
She told me where she was. I went out to make sure she was okay.
Okay.
Because of her birthday. Just talking about all the problems, and I said, you good, okay, and whatever. We talked for a little bit, and she left. Then I went out, she got home. I said, are you good? You okay? Do you want to finish this tomorrow? She said, no.
Okay. So during that text message, can you take yourself back to that text message to where you eventually, y'all met up? You ended up driving to the Waffle House after telling her to go to the Waffle House. Was
No,
that
but she
right?
told, well, I think, yeah.
Okay, because I think you were at the Wawa, and then she was somewhere else. Y'all probably just left school or something like that. A game, maybe.
No, it was a birthday dinner.
A birthday dinner. Okay. So, where was she at the Waffle House? Like,
She was parked.
once y'all met.
Oh, she was parked by the sign.
Okay. Did she stay in her car or
No,
something
we got out and
different? Okay. Did she get into your truck?
Well, no, she opened the door and there, like, opened the door and sat in like this, got out, came around, talked, gave her a hug, and
Okay. Mr. Ford, I'm asking you honestly.
I'm being honest. I mean, we didn't do anything.
Did she offer to do something to you?
She and not until that to saying it, but she didn't just come out and say whatever, but you can tell like you know how to read between the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at that time in that incident, okay, did she perform oral sex on you?
She tried. She almost did.
She almost did. What does that look like? Walk me through that.
She said, "Okay, let me start it," and no.
Okay. So, would no, like, did the act begin and then it was...
It started to begin, but then I had to, because I'm like, you're a child.
You stopped it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And is that, would you say that's the only sexual conduct that
yes.
you had with her?
Yes.
Okay. And then, I know we had talked a little bit before about, was there some kissing and stuff? Maybe one time, like in the locker room?
No.
Something happened with...
Locker room? We're never alone with those girls in the locker rooms.
Okay.
There's always a coach there with us, always something like that.
The victim added that the locker room, which James insisted was never isolated, had actually been a place where they kissed completely undisturbed. James couldn't stop worrying about how much the detectives already knew because no matter how he tried to spin it, he was in serious trouble.
I know where this is going. Am I going to get booked for?
You are going to be placed under arrest.
And this is going to be
It's going to be a offense involving a minor.
It's a minor, so I have to register and all that now.
But it's going to depend on where it all goes.
No.
But potentially, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Will I lose my job? I'm going to be booked all weekend, right?
So you'll go in, you'll have a no bond because it's a no bond initially. But when you see the judge in the morning at first appearance, the judge will give you a bond at that time. I don't know if you have.
Well, no, my mother. Well, yeah, she will. Now, will y'all release all this information to her, or is something I would tell her?
I think you should tell her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell your mom.
No.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
So you're got it. Your business is your business,
Yes.
right? It's not for me to tell. It's not like you're a child and I'm going to report to
No,
your
these
mom.
girls get in any kind of trouble, any kind of way.
What do you think they should get in trouble for? Talk to me about that.
Basically, being inappropriate with me.
Okay.
And being too close.
No, you're a dad, right?
That's the bad thing.
You're a dad.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. You said you have a son, and he's same age?
17.
17? So let's role reverse.
I would,
okay?
yes.
And I just want you to kind of see it from a different point of view. Would you want your son? Do you think that your son should be held accountable for behaviors when there's an adult that clearly had a lapse of judgment as an adult, and in my eyes, took advantage of a child?
I see what you're saying.
Right? So would it be fair for them to get into trouble?
I mean, no, not really.
Or should have Mr. Ford said, this isn't right.
This isn't right.
I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Right? You're a mentor. You told me you're a mentor for kids.
Yep.
That's why I'm just wondering what happened. I mean, nice young man, you got a good job.
And that's what I'm afraid of, losing
There's
everything.
a lot of women out here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm afraid of, losing everything.
Yeah.
Which could possibly be what might happen. My
Potentially,
job.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a good situation for the men.
Yeah, it's not with kids.
No.
And I've been coaching at this for years.
Yeah. So I know we have I'm going to end up writing a search warrant on your cell phone. Okay. Am I going to find anything else with any other juveniles, minors?
No.
Nothing else like that. It's going to be anywhere.
I can just go ahead and search it now. No.
Okay. All right. So you want to give consent to search your phone?
My consent means I'm telling you to, but if not, you have a.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to sign a consent form, we'll get you signed the consent form and we can do that. If not, we just write a search warrant on it and go from there.
And that'll take how long?
It depends. It depends on how much data is on your phone. Right now, it'll be seized as evidence anyway.
So. I'm sorry, go ahead. No question. So if I get found out tomorrow, I'm not able to take my phone?
No, sir. No.
Now, how would. Yeah, I kind of. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and we'll do this. I'll just write a search warrant on it. That way it's easier. It's, we'll get it knocked out that way. Because it will be held pending the case because it's evidentiary, so we can't get rid of it. Because like I said, those text messages obviously were coming from your cell phone.
From me, yeah.
Yeah, from you to her. So that's just part of the case, and that's kind of where we're at right now.
James had lost a game he never should have started, but that was typical for his type. Selfish interests always came first, even when his attempts at damage control sounded like barking into the wind.
Okay, you need anything right now?
Excuse me.
You're good. Okay.
No question. Yeah. I'm able to call my mother, or do I get a call? Or?
Yeah, you can call your mom. And if you want, I'll bring my phone in, put it on speakerphone. You can call mom here. It's up to you. Or you can call her at the jail.
I mean, am I calling at both places?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you call. Think about it.
Oh, yeah, well, I want to call her, but I want to talk at.
Sure.
Over the phone.
Understandably.
I want to call her.
I want to talk to my mom too, so.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I would love to call her.
Okay. All right, I'll be right back.
James was relieved of his duties almost immediately after his arrest and banned from setting foot on the school grounds. But for him, that was just the tip of the iceberg compared to what was coming next.
I'm honest with you, and I want you to be honest with me. You know, where we're at, and unfortunately, this is
where it's at.
Where it's at, yeah. So hopefully, you know.
Now I have a question. Like, I want to get booked. Now I'm gonna register. I'm having to register as a.
So that would be after, like, if there's any type of conviction or something like that.
Court date.
Could it potentially? Well, that would be like at the end when it's over.
What do you mean at the end? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So when the case commences, so when the case ends, when it's over. So whether the state decides to, you know, move forward, file the charges, depending on if they offer you a plea deal, if you decide you want to have your day in trial, you take it to trial. At the very end,
like I see on TV.
Yeah, is when they would decide, are you going to be a registered?
So what am I? What are they called?
So you're going to be charged with unlawful activity with a minor. Okay. You're going to be charged with the authoritative figure because you were in an authoritative figure role as a coach at the school. You're also going to be charged with travel to meet a minor for on the.
Oh, that's going to be on mugshot.
It's going to be listed on your charges. Yes.
That was so much. Wow.
And then misuse of the two-way communication device to facilitate a felony.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a felony.
They're all felonies.
They're all. Damn, I might lose my job. Well, I mean, I ain't like I'm not gonna work. Like she's my mother's not. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, you know, just based off of everything that we have, everything we have in the phone, the statements, you know, the sexual conduct and activity with each other, you know, it's, you know, so that's where we are.
In the end, James was charged with unlawful intimate activity, offenses against students by an authority figure, traveling to meet for illegal intimate conduct, and using a two-way communication device to facilitate a felony. James was despicable, just like Vigiland D. Hyiti, who was arrested at his home after evidence revealed that instead of coaching and building futures, he had been exploiting the very athletes he was meant to uplift in the most awful of ways.
Stand still for a second. Hang on one second. Hey, listen. I got to put them behind your back, but I got these, okay? And they're bigger, so they'll fit your wrists.
So, Vigiland, your husband, I'll let him explain, okay? Hang on one second.
Hey, Kels, apparently they're going to take me to Orange County Jail.
On March the 3rd, 2022, just before noon, justice finally caught up with an unrepentant coach. The Winter Garden Police Department executed a search warrant on Vigiland D. Hyiti, a cheerleading coach in Central Florida, whose past misdeeds had come back to haunt him at the peak of his life.
Sorry, Vic. Can I be in front of me? Can I handcuffs be in front of me?
We'll see. But usually no.
Okay.
I'll do what I can. I'm doing everything I can to make you comfortable.
Second set of these?
Give me a second. I got something that might work. Yeah, let's walk over here. Go ahead and here. Come here. Take them off. Come here, let's go. Come over here to my car. Come over here to my car so I'm not standing out in the middle of the road.
I'll grab it.
All right, just stand still for a second. Hang on one second.
Hey, do you have any type of anxiety or anything like that? No? Okay,
come here.
I got my phone in my pocket.
We got your phone.
And my keys in my pocket.
Here, you can sit, lean up against that.
So, I'm going to share some information with you, all right? You're not handcuffed right now. I want you to remain calm and be cool, okay? There's an outstanding warrant issued for your arrest. It's out of Lake County, okay? So your beef is not with us, okay? I understand Sergeant House and you have a relationship, okay? We want to maintain professionalism and respect, okay? But we still have a job to do, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get you secured. We're going to confirm the warrant, okay? We will provide all the information with you, okay? and we will be, like I said, cordial, respectful, and mindful. Okay? If you feel like you're going to pass out or if things are going to become too overwhelming for you, you need to relay that to me, okay? Because your well-being at the end of the day is still a priority. I will make sure that we get you evaluated so nothing escalates from there, okay? But if you take a look, everyone else here is being chill. Okay, so we're not saying you are. What makes me concerned was your reaction, okay? I don't want you to have a panic attack, okay? That's what I don't want, because stress is very, very powerful. I don't want to see that happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's probably my wife calling.
All right. Here's what we're going to do for now.
It's going to
Where's his phone at? Can you talk to her on that?
Yeah.
Kirkland has
Talk to her on that.
Hey, Kels. Hey, I'm with Jerry. So, you know house. So I'll call you back. Okay? Okay.
We can call her back in a few minutes.
Okay. They said we can call you back in a few minutes.
His tears signaled at least two things. Maybe he was being targeted unfairly, or perhaps he knew his moment of reckoning had arrived. Either way, the officer understood one hard truth. Tears didn't always mean innocence. Sometimes they were just a mask for something much darker.
Because I don't want that getting messed up. Can I take that off you?
I think it does, yes. Can you see without these or no?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to put them right here on the hood of this car, right next to the watch.
Hang tight for me.
You're just overwhelming and off guard.
Listen, I got to put them behind your back, but I got these, okay? And they're bigger, so they'll fit your wrists, okay? All right. We'll give it a minute.
We'll give it a minute.
Let's wait for confirmation. Did we send for confirmation?
No, not yet. Let me do that.
Let's go ahead and send.
Dispatch to report. You can show one secure at this time. Can you set for confirmation? So you understand you're not free to go at this time, okay? Although you're not physically handcuffed, you're essentially are being detained until you set for confirmation.
Typically, someone would be handcuffed right now. Okay. Did you send on one or two? Okay. I'm just so I clean it.
Oh yeah, everything's been on one.
I think we're short dispatchers today.
They had Tom go on one earlier today, so.
Is Kelly home?
Were you home this morning?
You said you got his phone?
Yeah.
Is there a passcode or anything to your phone?
All eights.
All eights.
Is that the...
Huh?
To come up right?
To be 100% honest with you, one of the directives we got was to collect your phone. So I have to seize your phone for evidence.
That means allowed to let you open it.
So what's going to happen is they're going to get a search warrant. This isn't our case, so I don't know what's going to happen. This is Lake County. All we got was they contacted us and said, hey, we want you to go and find this guy. And since I knew you, I'm like, I would rather it be me than somebody else, because I don't know how somebody else is going to treat you. So what's happening is there's a warrant. Somebody in Lake County or Claremont, I forget who it is, has probable cause for charges. Okay, they've got a $30,000 bond. So that means you got to go see a bondman. You have to pay that bondsman 10% of that $30,000.
What's that?
What's what? $3,000 to a bondsman. These aren't my charges. I have no idea what the details are.
It's not with one of them.
Yeah. They were just they called us and said, hey, we would like you to go and pick him up.
So okay, I can't
ask me whatever questions
can
you
I call
want.
my attorney?
Not right now, but whenever, because we got to take you to the Orange County jail because we can't go to Lake County.
Orange County?
We got to take you to the Orange County jail.
So I got to get a bondsman from Orange County.
So here's the tricky part. Once you get there, you're going to be put in a big room full of telephones. Make all of your phone calls then.
I don't know the numbers.
We'll get you a piece of paper with all the numbers. Any numbers you want, we'll get you a piece of paper, okay?
The truth about the future he had earned finally caught up to him. Moments later, the officer began laying out the facts, details that would shape the next chapter of his life, whether he liked it or not.
Okay? I'm just taking your phone per their direction. I'm not going through your phone. I'm not going to look at your phone. The only thing we might do is we'll open it up and get the phone numbers that you want. Okay, and you'll be in view to see how we're manipulating your phone to see what we're getting.
And everything on our end is being audio and video.
Okay. So if they don't have probable cause to go through your phone, then you'll get your phone back and that'll be the end of it. But again, I don't know any details. I'm just giving you general information on how it usually works. Okay.
30,000 total.
So it's a $30,000 bond. If you go to a bondsman, they charge you 10% of whatever the bond is. You pay them $3,000, and they will put up the $30,000. Does that make sense? So the bondsman is paying your $30,000, which they will get a return to them whenever you show up to court. They keep your $3,000. That's how they make money. So I'll give you a chance. Whenever we get to a point of if this is confirmed, because it happens where
I got a twin brother, I know.
Okay, so sometimes it's not confirmed. If they can't pull that warrant out and have it in their hand, then we walk away. You go home. So there's a process. They physically have to go into a room, find that exact warrant, and hold it in their hand for the confirmation. And if we get a call back that they have it, I'll let you call your wife, and you can let her know what's going on, and then we'll have to put these on, and then this young lady's going to take you. Okay? You want to grab his phone so we can start working on phone numbers? Just in the event that it's confirmed.
What's yours?
We can do it from my phone. That way we don't have to start 67, and then because I don't care if he has my number.
So you said all 8? It's already ringing.
Okay.
Hi, ma'am. This is Officer Murray with the Winter Garden Police Department. I'm here with your husband. I just want to let you know our body cameras are activated. Okay, so everything on our end is being audio and video recorded. So Vigiland, your husband. I'll let him explain. Okay, hang on one second.
Hey, Kels. Apparently they're going to take me to Orange County Jail. And I guess I think there's a bondsman place right around somewhere over there, maybe.
It's like they're right across the street.
Right down there. Apparently, right across the street. It's going to be $3,000 or $30,000 bond.
You have to post 10%.
I have to post 10%. I don't know. Can you call my mom? Okay. And then I will can you got a pen so I can give you my attorney's number?
What's it under? I can't let you have your phone back.
Mark Longwell.
Hang on. How do I get to cancel? I want to go to search.
Mark.
Orange County?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It's going to be the
Mark
Orange County Booking and Receiving Facility
yeah.
on downtown Orlando.
Kelly, sorry. Can you write down this number?
Yep.
407 426 57.
So if you have your wife's number and that number, you should, everything else can be coordinated.
Okay. They're going there right now?
No, ma'am. We're still confirming some details. Okay, this is likely going to be the potential outcome. So we're just trying to extend every courtesy we can. Once some information gets confirmed, he'll get transported right directly to the
so you can see what I'm doing. No, I just put it in
Orange
airplane
County.
mode.
And then if you have any other questions, Sergeant House will be working today until 6 p.m.
After completing all the necessary steps, the officers readied him for the journey ahead, a path from which there would be no coming back from.
Hey, Kirkland, before he gets all the way in, let's just have him kick off his shoes real quick. I was gonna have him sit.
Yeah, I know. You're all right, buddy. Okay, just come on over here. Don't get in yet, so that way you can put your shoes back on.
Can you slip into those?
You want me to untie them for you?
Okay.
Step it out. There you go. It's easier if you put your butt in first and then just kind of spin in there.
So I'm going to bring these back to your wife, okay? Because you have cash in here, and bringing cash into the jail is
because they put it into a machine and then you don't get the cash back. Here. There you go. If you want to just lay back, I'm okay with that. Because I don't know that you're going to be able to spin your feet in there. Okay, tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need.
My head just pinched.
Okay.
I couldn't move
What do you need me to do?
I was trying to slide back. I can't get my hands back in.
You got the... Oh, here. I can push you back. Step right there. There you go.
Yeah, that's as far as the ball can go over here.
All right. Can you get in there? Can you spin around? It's going to be tight.
Get comfortable however you can.
If you don't have to spin around if you can't.
Sir, can you loosen the belt right there? Just might get more room.
Can you get your foot? There's more room up in here if you can get your foot in there. There you go. Here, let's do this. Pull your feet back out and just go ahead and lay back. Is that going to be better? You can literally put your feet up here. Are you good? Are you good there? Okay. Are you all right? No, I mean, are you sitting okay? You got any more questions before you go? All right, she can try and make it quick as she can, all right?
All right. Can you just call her to give me... How long will it take before they can give me...
It's going to be a few hours, okay? It's going to be a few hours. And worst case, and I'm being 100% honest with you, Vig. I don't want to hide anything from you. Worst case scenario, Sierra 1.
I'll be there in a second.
If they're going to extradite you, you'll have to stay. That means take you to Lake County. You'll have to wait at the Orange County jail until they transport you to Lake County, and then you'll get bonded out in Lake County. And it's a 50-50. I don't know how they do it. I don't know the process or how they decide it. I'm just letting you know there's a possibility that you might have to stay there till Monday or Tuesday until you go to Lake County. I don't know their schedule. I don't know how it works. I just know that sometimes the way that the jails work, they'll allow you to get bonded out from the arresting county, because this is two counties. This warrant was issued in Lake County. We're arresting you in Orange County. We can't take you to Lake County. We can only take you to Orange County. So if they're going to extradite, then they'll transport you to Lake County and you'll get bonded out there. Okay? And I don't know if this is one of those cases or not. The vast majority of the time, you just get bonded out in Orange County. The best thing to do is have Kelly call in about 3 hours. It's a long booking process.
Eventually, Vigiland was charged with lewd and lascivious molestation, possession of explicit material, production of lewd material, and enticement to engage in intimate activity. So far, we've seen wolves pretending to be sheep, but none compared to Oscar Olea, whose decade-long evil reign of terror as a gymnastics coach and instructor finally came to an end after this interview.
The parents are always outside, but there's moments that they're not present. One thing I do tell kids is, hey, I'm gonna bite you, but what I do is tickle them. and I took them here or in the stomach. Parents have heard me say that. Smile. Oh my God. Let me set this. Oh my God. And I'll just lift them up. And the mom, half the time, are there. The ones that see me doing that.
On February the 28th, 2023, after weeks of gathering information from multiple parents, Oscar Olea was arrested. A Miami Herald investigation had exposed over a decade of complaints about his conduct with young athletes. Allegations from at least 5 victims revealed a pattern, leading to an interview where key details slipped out, mostly unintentionally.
He's a lead detective right now, and I'm just an officer on the side.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get into the detective position, so that's why I'm here, trying to learn from him. Kind of being mentored right now, so.
Congrats.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You try to stay here in Key Biscayne, or you try to move?
I'll probably stay here. I came from another department, so.
Oh, where at?
Miami Day School, please.
Miami Day School?
Yeah.
The officer started light, keeping things familiar to put him at ease. Just like a well-written book, this move worked. The detective read him perfectly, and the results came faster than expected.
So it's like you building that type, like you realize, holy crap, they're trusting you this much. So you have to stay in the position of continuously build that type of rapport and trust. Because fortunately, like you guys, there's great police officers, there's great coaches, but there's a complete opposite side that destroys everything that we do. And as much as you want to be, hey, I'm there for you on top, boom, 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 here, oh, I got you. And I think that's like the worst thing that happened was the fact that I tread lightly with so many people. But then when I started building better relationships with a lot of people, they knew me for a while, invited me over their house here and there, then, you play around.
Now that the detective had him slightly off guard, they moved on to carefully crafted open-ended questions designed to see exactly where he would lead them.
Okay, so just in your own words, talk to me about this incident that was reported to me, I believe it happened on Monday? Or
What incident I called?
The incident that we spoke about with the girl and her brother.
Oh, okay. Before he gave me name, he tells me, tú dijiste a mi hermana que tú querías comer su porque tiene grande. I looked at him and I'm like, eso es algo que nunca en mi vida voy a decir a una niña. De ningún modo. He's like, tú dijiste eso a mi hermanita que tiene 6 años, que dijiste que tiene un grande y lo quieres comer. I was like, mire, and mind you, that's where my Spanish starts getting a little bit like this, and I'm like, yo nunca dije eso, de ningún modo, a tu hermano. Y nunca voy a decir eso, no solamente a tu hermano, a cualquier niño. Then later on, he tells me the kid's name, and I'm like, ella, que estaba demasiado contenta con la clase la semana pasada, que estaba ahí tu mamá y ella y otra niña y otra mamá quería hacer una clase private class conmigo de gimnasia. And I gave that type of like this. And for me, I get that faces because the mom has seen me multiple times, pick her up, just tickling, showing on camera, like not on camera, but right there in the window.
Have you ever had a class with her where her mom wasn't there, or they're always her mom is present?
The parents are always outside, but there's moments that they're not present.
Okay. Normal.
Yeah. So one thing I used to bring up when I worked in the park is I've always wanted the parents to be present. But you guys know as much as I do. Unfortunately, these kids, the parents never present. I spoke to my employees, and I have girls working for me, and I'm like, okay, tell me the truth. Don't hold back, and that's why I make sure all my employees tell me the truth. Like, please, don't lie. Say it. At any moment, have you heard me? And I said it in the word. And like I said, I apologize to them. Sorry for the language, but you ever heard me say, quiero comer tu porque lo tiene grande? And any of my students, they're like, no. Okay, you remember this? You remember? Again, I'm not gonna say her name. And they're like, yes. Okay, the brother was accusing me of this. All of my employees looked at me with the eyes of baffled. One thing I do tell kids, like, hey, I'm gonna bite you, but what I do is tickle them. And I tickle them here or in the stomach. Parents have heard me say that when I've been in front of them, just playing around with the kid.
Do you remember like specific incidents, like we're saying that to her off the top of your head, or could you have said it to a group that she was in at any point?
No, I don't. I wish I could tell you, but I don't.
But you just say it generally.
Yeah.
While you're coaching.
While I'm coaching, like if in gymnastics, if you're not fully tight, then the skill doesn't come out. So there's moments where, let's say, this is their leg or the side of the leg. You go like this, tight, tight, because they have to tighten up. The reason why, the tighter you are, the easier the skill comes out. And as a coach, you want to coach up to a certain extent, then later on you can take a step back and just watch. Like, there you go, point your toes, stay tight, stay tight. And doing this is like just patting your legs, tight, come on.
Aside from those type of touches, do you remember ever tickling this particular child?
Tickling her?
Yeah.
But yeah, me and her, the mom saw me multiple times tickle her in person.
The tickling and the other stuff, is that part of like standard training of gymnastic coaching, or is that something that you think you do because you're animated, as you described?
I do it because I'm animated, and at the same time I do it because it's built a good reputation, not reputation, good rapport or a good vibe with the parents and kids, in the sense of like, oh, Coach Oscar is serious, but funny. He knows how to communicate with the kids when they're like the one that was crying a lot. I know how to go on one knee, like, hey, what's up? What's wrong? You know, mommy's. She goes, I want to go home. Because her mom always drops her off, and she always tears. So I know ways to go on knee and just joke around, like, oh my God, help. Oh my God, you just farted, relax. But you know your mommy loves you. She's gonna come. If you cry right now, the class 1 hour will take about 45 hours. But if you just relax, the class will go quickly. And she'll start relaxing, like, tickling again, go ahead. And she's relaxed. Or just, doing stuff like that. The only reason I always bring that up because my sport has a bad reputation. It has both. It has the fact of, yes, has been cases of people, molesting children. But there has been cases of people who have not done anything and been accused and lost their jobs.
At any point, did you ever get the sense that she was uncomfortable with your interactions, or did she ever make any comments to you that she was uncomfortable?
No.
Over the years, he had twisted his position as a coach into a tool for sinister schemes, but he wasn't about to confess because deep down, he knew exactly what he had done. He had silenced his victims and warned them not to tell their parents, promised marriage to very young athletes, and crossed every reasonable line into intimacy.
Well, when you say you tickle them in a playful manner when you're doing this and the parents question you about it, can you demonstrate what you mean by that?
So, pretty much, if they're like, for example, I have a student, she's always very, she cries for her mom all the time. But the mom knows me. The mom's I'll grab I'll go around like, oh my God, smile. Oh my God. Let me say this. Oh my God. And I'll just lift him up. And the mom, half the time, are there. The ones that see me doing that. And that's it. Or like I'll go from here, like, like this.
His carefully crafted story didn't hold up against what the detective already knew. That was the moment the gloves came off, and the questions turned blunt and unavoidable.
I understand that you say that you have to touch all parts of their bodies while you're doing a gymnastics move. I'm talking about strictly professionally as you're doing a gymnastic move.
Yes, depending on the movement, yes.
They're alleging that you touched her butt and chest while she was performing a gymnastics move.
At certain moments, there's a chest touch is if they're leaning forward, like too forward, you put chest in, like this. It's moments where like it's harder. I always tell myself when I've had conversations with my employees and other coaches, like sometimes it's harder as a male coach to try to build that rapport with the kids and parents when you're working at that with women's gymnastics.
So do you ever teach classes alone, or your employees are always there with you?
Now, before I did, due to the fact that it was very hard to find employees, but now I have employees working with me, and the only times that I did work alone would be the 2:30 Mondays and Wednesdays, and the private class. I have to now revert to be like,
well, I need you to understand that it's not just you. Look at our career and what the changes that have happened with body cameras and with protocols and policy. We've all had to go through that same adjustments as the world changes. We need to adapt to the world. It's not just gymnastics. It's not just police. It's not just medical profession. The world changes and you need to change with it or get left behind. And that's the reality.
Several other people came up with varied allegations against him. He had no place to hide, and eventually he was charged with intimate battery, abuse, lewd acts involving individuals under the age of consent, unlawful intimate activity, and contributing to the delinquency of a 4 additional felony charges were later added.